And we're back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rollsicle. My name is Nathaniel. I'm one of the hosts here at the channel. I am joined distantly by my lovely co-host, Ashley. Say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Hope you guys could hear that. We are back with some more Road to Mythic here, a.k.a. some MTGA draft of Avatar: The Last Airbender. We are excited for this one because it kind of feels free to draft when you're getting a draft with your draft token, which we have right here. So super excited to do that because we'll just get to gain some resources, which will be nice. Notably, our profile is currently sitting at, I think we're still just at Platinum 2. Maybe we're lower, I don't remember. Yeah, we're just straight up still at Platinum 2. So we have not changed rank like at all in the on average in Road to Mythic. So that part is nice, I guess. But here we go. Let's jump straight into it. Draft token away. Before we get into the actual draft itself, we will say thank you guys so much for all your love and support. At the time of recording this video, we are at 294 subscribers. Our original end of year goal was 250, so you guys absolutely blew that out of the water. And yeah, we've set a new one of 300. We will see if we can get there. I'm realizing that the TV sound is set up really high, so you guys are probably hearing like reverb from that. I do apologize. It has been fixed now. And we are ready to go. Readying up into the draft. We open an okay rare, right? Hakoda's pretty good. 4 mana, 3/5 Vigilance is already something that would be playable. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast ally spells from the top of your library. And then, of course, you can sacrifice him to give just all creatures you control indestructible, which is pretty powerful. Would love to see that in a nice ally deck that we could run like Sun Warriors in. Other good pickups in this pack. People have liked Hama. I don't love Hama. People have liked Hama. Judy can help you get some of your sacrifice synergies going. Forecast and Fortune Teller is pretty good. Giant Koi can be a decent finisher. Rakkus Audience ramps decently, but this is a pretty obvious Hakoda, and we will see if Allies is open. Good news is pretty much everything is an ally unless you're in like black, right? That's that's the only color that I think isn't running allies. What the hell were we past? We get past the Azorius Katara and the Earthbend 2 at the beginning of your instep Toph. Wow. I don't know what to say to that. Which one do we think is better here? I mean, Katara does make an ally, and if we end up in go-wide ally synergies, she does make the allies bigger, like her waterbend cost. You can just make your board super-duper big. But, boy, what did they take from this pack? You know what I mean? Like, that's a crazy pack 2. Or pack 1, pick 2, I should say. I think we're going to go Katara here, right? We've gotten to play Toph. We haven't gotten to play Katara yet. Let's have some fun, right? That's really what we're all here for, right? Is some fun. Getting past a Master Piandao, which can find allies, feels great here. Notably, we are seeing some shrines, so hopefully somebody has fun going the shrine route. Boomy is a pretty fun ally if you have the lesson synergy. Glider Kids is okay. Forecasting Fortune Teller, I think, is a very strong common, especially in waterbending, so I would love to pick up some of those, but I am not going to pass up a Master Piandao. Okay, white-blue is Flyers colors, but I'm not exactly sure we're going to be Flyers, so I think here I'm just going to take the Glider Kids and hope to just keep pulling ally combos. Very happy with these 2 rares that we've opened so far, so hard to complain. We will see if these colors are open, but if we're being past the white-blue uncommon, I imagine nobody is in it yet. Unfortunately, it going around might mean that we're not going to pull it, but to be fair, we only have the 1 flyer, and we picked it up in the pack instead of the white-blue enchantment. So, not a lot of loss there. Let's see what we are getting past here. We are in with Ale, Steege, Grandmere, Marshlet, I don't know, Calm, Crescent Fresh, and Raktor. I do not think Redirect Lightning is that good. There are some drawing synergies that we could play with this Otter Penguin, but I feel like we're just going to grab some removal now. In white. White is our strongest color right now, so we're pretty likely to play it. I'll actually main deck it. I mean, it's good removal. The Earthbend 3 if you're in a pinch, but more often than not, they will have a creature with power 4 or greater that we want to remove. And yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying. We've put out a lot of draft content lately, but we really are enjoying getting to do some more drafts. We bought the draft. Let's see. This is not an ally. This is not an ally. So we will just take the ally here. Right. Our curve, notably, is a little high. So we definitely want to find some cheap allies. Would definitely love to see, like, the uncommon flash one would be great. We would also love to see, forecasting fortune teller would be awesome. If we see one of those, we definitely want to pick it up. What else do we want to see? I mean, I think this card's great. I do not think this is a Tiger Seal deck. I don't actually think Tiger Seal is really playable. We could be in green, in which case I really like Walltop Sentries, but I think Enter the Avatar State is just a pretty premium. Is it really a combat trick? I mean, it gives it first strike. I don't know. Combat trick / protection, because it's also hexproof, and then lifelink, and all sorts of good stuff there. Okay, no ally in this pack. We could be in flyers, so we could just take the a speculative white. Actually, I'm going to take the white-red land here in case we end up with some red allies we want to splash. Speaking of which, Sun Warriors, an incredible card, and seeing it this late in the pack makes me think we are more likely to be red-white than we are to be white-blue. We don't have a ton of lessons to cast with this Uncle Iroh, but we will take him as an option. Never going to complain about Glider Kids here. I think they're pretty solid. I mean, sure, they're a little below curve, but it is what it is. Okay, so we definitely want to find some lower curve creatures. That's kind of our priority going into pack 2, is can we find some lower curve creatures? We obviously could play this Rabaroo Troop if we really needed to, but we're pretty unlikely to. We have done some in-person drafts recently, and like just between me and Ashley, so she is over there sorting all of our cards from it because she likes sorting cards, but everyone give her a massive shout out for being awesome because she's great. She doesn't want to accept it, but she's great.
Thanks, baby. I'm making our Thanksgiving story.
I love you.
I love you too.
This is being recorded on Thanksgiving.
Which means that you will
Iroh Tea Master. I don't think I can pass it up, right? Like, make allies. But Toph. Which one of these is better, right? I feel like Toph is just, if you don't answer it, you lose. But I kind of feel like Iroh's the same way. Oh, man, I don't know. I'll take the Toph here. I'll take the Toph. I feel like Toph is a little stronger. But it is truly just that, a little stronger. So maybe we are like maybe we end up in like a white-green and then we're splashing some of the other colors. I mean, splashing double blue is difficult. We already have the red land to help us splash the red, but probably should have just taken the Iroh because it was on colors. Here, I'm not attached to anything that's in this pack. I'm going to end up taking the Unlucky Cabbage Merchant in case we are in like a white-green. Splashing red. But we definitely need to see some cheaper allies, hopefully, is what we would want to see. Cheaper allies would be nice. Well, it's hard to pass up an Avatar's Wrath. I feel like this just goes pretty crazy. So I'm going to take it as a strong rare, but we did see Kyoshi Warriors there, which would be nice for a go-wide ally synergy. I also kind of want to splash the green just because I know some of the stronger ally cards are in green. Like, the ally itself synergy is technically white-green.
Yeah.
But obviously Sun Warriors is an ally card, and it is not white-green. It is white-red. Although white-red is like go-wide allies, and then white-green is like buff up your ally. I don't know. You can kind of do them both, right? Like white, green, red is a very playable build. Not a whole lot in this pack that we want. Wow. There is quite literally almost nothing. I mean, we'll take the How to Start a Riot in case we end up in a go wide enough deck. We could just be like a white, green, and red deck, and we end up not playing the Katara. The double blue splash might just be too difficult if we can't pick up like a white blue land or a blue red land or even a blue green land. Although I do think Katara is a bomb. Master Piandao is legendary, but I feel like you take another copy of him. I feel like you do play 2 of him. He is a strong, 5 mana, 4/4 first striker is pretty solid. Okay, we have got to find cheaper plays. So I think here I'm just going to take the Kyoshi Battle Fan, as it is a 2-drop. And then, or the white-blue land here. I feel like we're likely to still see some of the cheaper white cards. So I'll take the white-blue land to help it be playable. Although probably the correct answer there was a 2-drop. Because right now our deck doesn't do anything for the first 4 turns of the game. This is a great card to pick up. Cool. Mentioned that we will probably be able to pick up more of the 2-drop plays, and there is one of them. I will take a 4th Glider, kids. I am definitely happy to splash the red, maybe scrap the Toph, and then be in a white-blue deck. That is also very, very possible. Regardless, we are a mono-white almost deck right now, so. Do we already have 2 of these? Sandbender Storm. We do not. Although this is good with waterbending. I'll take the removal. We haven't seen a lot of removal, and at the end of the day, that's something that will be nice. We could take the blue-red land here, just because there's nothing else on the... If we really want to try to play everything. Catbird, I guess, is the most playable card in that pack, but again, we want things cheap. We actually might play the Barrels of Blasting Jelly just to help us be on our colors. And here we go. Well, I don't know if I see how you don't play a deck that has double Toph in it, right? I just feel like that's a crazy, crazy good card here. So now we kind of scrap the idea of playing Katara because we can play double Toph. Obviously we can't play both Tophs at once, but I just feel like Toph goes crazy, right? Yeah, but we're scrapping the Katara build. Oh, she's such a good card, though. We're getting past a second Avatar's Wrath.
That's crazy.
I just don't think we have the top end to support that. Jet Freedom Fighter's pretty good, right? He's an ally. Deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature. Yeah, we want that, right? That's obvious pick. It's a top end, but it's an obvious pick. We have enough flyers, honestly, for this white-blue, but I just think the double Toph is a little too strong. So are we going to shift into a white, green, and red deck? In which case we could also take the punch here. Still want the lower cost creatures, though. Yeah, I think the three cost creature here is really good. Okay, we're wheeling an Iroh, or not wheeling, but getting an Iroh, whatever pick we're on. This is just an insane white-red with a splash of green deck. Do I have the green splash in here, though? I really don't, so there is that. We're probably not going to play the blue-red land. So I really need to keep an eye out for the... Yeah, I have a white-blue land. Oh, man. I don't think the mana fixing's there to try to play all of them, though. Avatar Enthusiast is a great pickup here. But this deck really needs more 2-drops. Might play the Unlucky Cabbage Merchant just as a 2-drop. Help us go get the color fixing we need. Another Enter the Avatar State. I think it's a pretty premium card. This is a 3-drop. I don't know if we'll play 2 of them. Our deck has almost no removal, though. That's a bit of a problem. Kyoshi Warriors is playable here. Sack this creature, another target ally you control gains indestructible. And it's a cheap 1-drop. I think it's probably better than the removal, but we could end up biting ourselves in the butt for that. I don't think we're going to run 3 of those, but it's there if we want to. We'll take the Razor Rings now. Not going to play that. Not going to play that. All right, do we try to force the Katara in here as well? Right now we have no blue in this deck. No. I don't think it's worth screwing up our mana. So we play the white-red land. And that's it of our lands. Then cut-wise, we probably only run 1 Master Piandao. And maybe we cut down on 1 Glider Kids here. I want to force the Katara so badly. All right, darling, make a decision. This is the better deck, or do I force the Katara because Katara's fun? What do you mean, no? Katara's fun. Huh?
Said you know better.
I know better than what?
You know better.
I know better than what?
Maybe. Okay. I love you.
I love you too. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the deck. It's strong. We've got double Toph. If we can hit our colors. I might just do something like this. Although, how many red cards are we missing out on? We're missing out on 4 cards if we don't have a red source. But this also gets us a red source. Or maybe this is a deck that wants to run the blasting, barrels of blasting jelly. Nah. Maybe it was right before. Yeah, I think it was right before. I think the arena gods got it right. All right, let's take this in. Let's call this. Let's just leave him as the face of the deck, and let's jump into things. Here we go, people. Put in the comments below. What do you think this deck will go? Are we an 0-3 kind of deck? Are we a 7-0 or somewhere in between? I imagine it's I hope it's not the 0-3.
Right.
I don't imagine it's the 7-0 either, but I certainly hope it's not the 0-3. Wow, okay. So this actually is keepable just because we can go get a Plains with the Unlucky Cabbage Merchant. Otherwise, it definitely would not be. Okay, so now we can go get a red source with the Unlucky Cabbage Merchant. Oh, I should have played that out so I had a... Oh my gosh, Nathaniel. He's misplaying already. He's misplaying already. All right, well, let's see how much that affects the game. Opponent would be at 1 less health right now.
That's crazy.
Opponent would be at 1 less health. I actually don't even have a 3-drop. So it kind of doesn't matter. This is annoying. Is this only when it enters? When this vehicle enters, target creature you control gains indestructible. So he's just playing this out as a crew 1/4/4, which like is fair. So I can wait and sack the food in response to block this. I think I'd rather block 4 damage, or at least the potential for 4 damage, rather than get in for 2. Yeah. I think that is correct. So I will next, no attacks, in turn, and block the potential 4 damage that is coming my way next turn. I mean, if I find that opponent really needed to be hurt, but... Okay, so he's milling here. Will he hit a lesson? Let's find out, people. He did not, but I'm real glad he milled both of his removal spells. That's rough. Okay. He's choosing not to attack here. Move to combat, sure. Alright, cool. Well, guess we could have gotten in for 2 damage, but it is what it is. He wants to hold up the blocker. That's fine. Take action. We will go get ourselves a beautiful red source. And if we pull a card that requires double white, we cry. But that's okay. I love it, darling. I think it's awesome. Oh. Aww. That's so beautiful. I think you did a great job, baby. Is this a hold up Sandbender Storm move? Or a play out a Kyoshi Warriors move? We could also hold up the... Actually, Razor Rings might do better here. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. Yeah. We want to draw our bombs anyways, right? Like, opponent obviously could have better bombs than us, in which case we're just SOL, but... Resolve. Move to combat. Attacks. In response, before he gets the firebending mana, we try to destroy it. If he has something here, then good on him. Okay, he still obviously gets the firebending mana because it attacked, but... Oh, this gets shuffled back into library. I'll be honest, I actually didn't even realize that. Yeah. Put on the bottom of its owner's library, then shuffle. Cool. Crazy that I drew him again. I was like, how is that possible? I now see how it's possible. Oh, we might actually want that go wide red card in this deck. I don't know. Do we? Are we a go wide red deck? Let's move to combat. Okay, I was gonna move to combat first, but that works too. I think it's just better to ramp here, right? Cool. And in turn, we ramp next turn, hopefully able to play the Master Beyond out. Now, our opponent, I don't know if they're like gearing up for a Wrath here or what, but a giant koi fish is not what I expected. I will not lie. A giant koi fish is not what I expected. Okay, so next turn is going to be a Sandbender Storm on the koi fish. Right? Yes. I guess this is probably just going to pass here. Yeah, I'll take action. Let's go get that second white source, because we know that that's a thing that our deck sometimes needs. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate this. This lets me Sandbender's Talent and play out the Kyoshi Battle Fan. So... yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's get this out of here. Say bye-bye to that. And play out a 2-1. Next. No attacks because he held up his Platypus Bear. So we've got a bunch of flyers in the deck that could obviously start putting in work. You can always equip the fan to them too. That's annoying, but it is what it is. Does this give it flying? Yes. Until end of turn, target creature you control becomes an avatar and addition to other types. Gains flying, first strike, lifelink, activate. Cool. So I can use that to just obliterate. A wolf bat here. Okay. Setting up some interesting sacrifice synergies, I will say. Oh, I kind of want to play this. I kind of want to play this. Kind of. Kinda. I feel like looking at the top card of my library anytime and being able to cast is probably more valuable than Master Piandao. But at the same time, getting out the first striker probably also pretty strong. Yeah. I'm going to play out the first striker. We'll see what he does here, but we're also obviously holding up into the Avatar state, which I am happy with. I will probably continue to hold up into the Avatar state. Another pro of getting our second planes is being able to hold that up. My points exactly, good friend. We will now save our Master Piandao. Shoop. I mean, pretty happy with a saving Master Piandao move, I'm not going to lie. And he won't swing in with the prowess now, so. Do love that. Is it worth it to pay 2 to equip this? I think it probably is. And attack with the Master Piandao. I think that's probably right. I still have mana to play, so that's good. We will attack. Oh, goodness. Jet is crazy here, right? When he enters, he deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control, a target creature an opponent controls. When Jet dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. It's just crazy, yeah. We grab Jet. We grab Jet and we tell our opponent what you're going to do about it, Chief. Huh? All right, cool. Smack him for 5 and play out a Hakoda, who can also give my creatures indestructible. So if he plays a non-exiling board wipe, I can sack him as well. I have 2 different ways to give my allies indestructible, notably, which is pretty cool. All right, Chief, what you got? I do not have a way to not get honest worked here. So honest worked I shall be. Although I will say it is looking like Jet will be beating the crap out of an iguana here. I do have an extra mana now, thanks to the Master Piandao. Oh, does opponent have another play in hand? This is pretty epic. Okay. Does he have like a counter? Was he holding up counter magic earlier that I'm not like thinking about? I will pass. We still have great draws, by the way, right? We have like Iroh, we've got Toph. We've got the bounce everything back to hand. Like, we have some incredible plays. All right. Pass here. We take 5. We are down to 21, which is a cool thing to say after you say we take 5. So, happy about that. Opponent is likely holding up mana for Jet. But nonetheless, sometimes you just have to play what the opponent is expecting you to play, right? I do believe this is a kill the iguana parrot, just because that has the potential to grow. And then I've got 3 mana here, so I think it is probably better to play out the glider kids. But I will still attack with a 3/5 vigilance, right? In this board state. Oh, well, it's holding up mana. What's it holding up mana for? I don't like that. Don't love that, but I will attack with the Hakoda. See what he does here. Choosing just to take it. And I will... Whoop, not what I wanted. I will play out the glider kids. We will start just moving in on the air. Oh, it's the sacrifice land. I should have known that that's what it would have been, was the sack land. All right, we do get to scry here and say, we are not interested in a mountain. And because of Hakoda, we will know what is on top. Dude, I'm sick and tired of this unlucky cabbage merchant. I've drawn it 3 times. Or at least I'm about to have drawn it a 3rd time. Although the good news is I can actually play it and Kyoshi Warriors. So that part's nice. Ooh, he has the land that lets him draw a card, then discard. That's pretty good. We will be attacking with Hakoda, Jet, and Glider Kids next turn. I do not imagine he will be... Actually, we might just be attacking with Glider Kids, now that I am thinking about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then... Yeah, okay, so we can Unlucky Cabbage Merchant here. And then play out the Kyoshi Warriors, which is pretty strong. Okay. Actually, okay, this deck might... There's an argument for the red spell that just gives your creatures +2/+0. Because this deck does go pretty wide. There's an argument that I might find something in the deck worth taking out that that this would be better for. Okay, so I can still sack this food, and I think I will just to get this forest off the top. Although it does put Unlucky Cabbage Merchant back in my deck, so... There is that, but, you know, to each their own. Cool. Let's see what we do here. So next, I believe the correct answer is to swing everything here. If they block with enough to kill Hakoda, then we can give it... That's fine. Okay. Sure. We are happy with that. Up to 2 target creatures. We definitely put it on the flyer. And then I think we're going to put it on... It's either going to be the token here, or it's going to be on the Kyoshi Warriors. I think it's going to be Kyoshi Warriors here. Just to make a 4/4, right? Like, Hakoda's already putting in work right now. So... I don't know what opponent has, but by golly, this is looking like it's in our favor. You never know, though. You really do never know. He does have a Grand here that he could attack just to cycle. Like, we will block it. We will block Grand. He is cycling with Grand. Okay, so he was looking for something to do. Oh, he's going to be able to get back his Wolf Bat. That was actually really smart. I didn't even think about that as well. Okay, resolve. I kind of want him not to be able to do the Grand thing in the future, so I will pass to blockers here. Block with the 4/4 Kyoshi Warriors. If he has a way to kill it, great. He's using removal on something that doesn't really matter. Pass into damage. We... obliterated Grand. And opponent stares into... I mean, look at this, darling. Oh my goodness, he had it. Loses all abilities and dies. Wow. Destroy those creatures. So it sounds like even if I give them indestructible, they will still all die. Opponent had what he needed here. Opponent had the answer. The only answer he could have done. So let's think about what the correct answer is here. Because it says loses all abilities. So I assume that means it loses indestructible. But obviously we're going to try this anyways.
Doesn't hurt.
So let's sacrifice the food. Unlucky Cabbage Merchant goes back in the deck. Yes, we'll search. Just get one less, like... card go in here and gain some life. Then I guess we'll sacrifice this onto the flyer, and then we will sacrifice him, which will just do to all my creatures, but they will still lose it. I believe that's what I'm hearing. Yep, they will still lose it. Okay, cool. All right, we will Glider Kids here. So getting a flyer and a scry is never bad. Oh. Choose up to 1 target creature, then airbend all other creatures. I actually don't think we're interested in an Avatar's Wrath right now. I hate to be putting that on the bottom because he could just, like, play gas going forward, but... we will turn this into a 3/3 flyer and call it a day. Opponent can get back the Wolf... no, he can't, because the Wolf Bat had finality. Oh my gosh, a 4/5 flying Scry 2 is, like, the perfect draw for opponent. This game is all but over, people. You think you have it, and then something crazy like this happens. And he scries something to the top. We're drawing just a land here. This is crazy. Okay, we just say next, right? Because opponent has to get us down from 24 life. Opponent has to get us down from 24 life, but he is drawing what appears to be gas. And we drew gas, I guess, in the Glider Kids, but then... See, now I guess I wouldn't hate the Avatar's Wrath, maybe. I don't know. He would still be able to cast this just in 2 turns. That's still not lethal. So, looks like opponent is just passing here. And we draw another land. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 19 cards in the deck. And, well, actually, this might be a relatively normal amount of lands. How many do we have here? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10. Yeah, that's about right. It is what it is, people. The deck definitely functions, but when this happens, right? We obviously still, I think, have a... We have the destroy target creature with power 4 or greater card that we could still pull. So... no attacks, and we just hope that opponent has nothing here. He's going to cycle the card that he doesn't like, which is interesting because he scryed to the top. So, don't know why he scryed a land to the top, but maybe he didn't, and I'm missing something. I'm not 100% sure here. A Cat Gator is crazy because now the Glider Kids is dead. This is actually something I'm probably not going to be able to come back from. Oh, because it has lifelink, the damage it deals is... Oh my goodness. And now we are suddenly in a significantly worse state. And he's boomeranging back his Cat Gator, getting the Wolf Bat trigger. Okay, and we draw another mountain. Wow. We are going to lose this game. After everything, we are going to lose this game to the only card in the format that could have beaten us. The only one card in the format that could have beaten us. So now opponent is waiting to play the Cat Gator, it would appear, so that he can kill whatever I play. Which makes sense. So now I want my Avatar. Now I want the card I put on the bottom, I guess. Maybe. I don't even know. I kind of want the destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, and then maybe we start building out a board from there, but this seems unlikely. A win here seems very unlikely. That's crazy. It's hard not to get frustrated when they have the only singular card in the entire format that could answer you. Because if they have the mythic Sozin board wipe, that doesn't remove indestructible. They have the only board wipe and the amount of mana they need to cast for the board wipe to kill my things. He decides to cast the Cat Gator going face with the 5 damage. And we are now on a 2-turn clock here, people. We will play out a Water Tribe Captain. 1, 2, 3, 4... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? No, 8. I have 8, so I can equip this and still pump. For what it's worth. We are on a 3-turn clock in the air. He pulled a second Cat Gator. Because why not? 5 damage, and it will kill our creature. We are going to call that, people. And we lose the first match after a game that should have never been lost. That is ridiculous.
That is.
I mean,
crazy.
you saw the board state.
Yes.
That was insane.
That was crazy.
Wow. Not only did they had to draw the card, they had to have the mana, and they had to have that card even drafted in the first place. The unluck that you face sometimes, people. The lack of luck that you face sometimes. Wow, that is frustrating. That is extremely frustrating. Well, the deck starts out with a loss, even though this is one of our stronger decks we've ever drafted. And, wow. I mean, I don't even know how you lose that game, but apparently that's how, huh? Apparently. Okay, this is a pretty good keep here, because Avatar Enthusiast could get pretty big, and then you can Avatar's Wrath like everything else away. Start casting some of your things again for 2, and it gets even bigger. It's a pretty solid start. I mean, Zhong's is just going to go on it, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, wow. Okay, enter the Avatar state, and Avatar Enthusiast is now a win con. But, of course, we did keep a 2-lander on the draw. You always do that, but you can get land screwed. It was, for the record, it is the correct option, because... there are a lot of lands in the deck, but Wow. Man, if this has that game and then gets land screwed into O2. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness, you almost can't make it up. Playing a white-black deck, so opponent could technically have the card that wipes out our entire board if we end up doing it, but let's see what they have. No 2-drop? Dang it. Okay, so they're going target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land permanent. Okay, so he's going to have to choose something here. If he's smart, he chooses our 2-drop just so we have nothing to do next turn, but to be fair, he did nothing on turn 2 either. He also might take the Avatar Enthusiast here. Okay, cool. So he did decide to take out the win con. Notably, we have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards, and I've only seen 2 lands so far. So if we don't draw a land next turn, we do legit get land screwed, which is extremely unfortunate. Opponent does not have... Okay, we drew a land. Thank goodness, because we have a couple of good plays here. I think we will just scry and try to find our 4th land here. That is not a 4th land, and we want to be curving out. So 4th land, please. If we still don't draw a 4th land, we did everything in our power to draw 4 lands, people. So the reason I say that is if we do draw another plains, we'll be able to hold up both of these. But we also just want to get to Jet. Jet is a powerful play here. So okay, that is not going to do it. We did draw... the card. We will attack into a 2/2 Death Toucher. I'm not too worried about that. He does know that we have Avatar's Wrath, so that it is what it is there. Another land, and we can play Jet, which of course is, let's see, it's when he enters, so it'll always be one more than what he actually says, right? Because if he says 3, when he enters, you'll have 4 creatures. So right now he's a deal 4 damage. I mean, Jet is just insane, right? Like, okay, he's playing the Beetle-Headed Merchants here, which is a really strong combination with Toils of War. I will not lie. That is a very strong combo. I would love for you to attack the 2/2, please. No? Okay. All right. What is correct here? Probably Kyoshi Warriors, but... I don't know. Let us find out here, huh? I don't really want to lose his 2/2, but no, I think it's probably just this. Yeah. We have enough bodies though that I think I will play out the Kyoshi Warriors and just say like, all right, attack into me, find a way to... I mean, we want to just get opponent low. This means Jet kills it if we don't want to kill it this turn. Also, if he does attack with it, he'll get a 1/1 next turn, but he does leave himself pretty open. I do think this deck probably wants the spell that gives them +2/+0. I think that's probably right. I do think there is some truth there. Okay, so this is actually coming together for him, right? Opponent here is going to be able to draw off of the attack from Beetle-Headed Merchants. Looks like he has removal in his hand. He has a Path to Redemption. That is an interesting card to play here. So 6. Yeah, we really don't want all of these shenanigans happening, so I will go ahead and kill it. I'm throwing the 1/1 in front of it because he's not going to choose to kill it, but in case he had like a way that I wasn't aware of to buff it here. This is definitely frustrating because we have not drawn our 5th land. Does this untap it? Until end of turn, target creature you control gains Avatar in addition to its other... No, it does not. Okay. So next turn he can Path to Redemption. I actually could... I could Avatar State now. I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot, but it at least saves me from losing my Water Tribe Captain. I feel like there's some truth to that, right? Yeah, let's do that. I will keep my 2/3. Yes. Shoop. I do lose my token, notably, but it is what it is. Opponent will have to spend a turn playing his stuff back out. We'll spend a turn playing ours back out, so I'm not too upset about it. I actually don't really want to play this and give them a food that they can sacrifice and get to trigger off the Toils of War. So I'm a little not happy with Iroh in my hand here, but I guess I could give them other stuff. Typically, you're thinking about giving them like a land, but we're actually behind on lands here, so he plays this out without a raid trigger is really interesting. I think here we will just start punishing in the air. Oh, we definitely want to land. Okay. This just says, at the beginning of your end step, if you attacked this turn. Sure. End turn. Let's see what opponent has. He is technically on a 2-turn clock in the air. He might have to play out Wolfbat here, though. I don't hate Jet next turn into Iroh, and okay, that's not something in the air. Is he gonna play Wolfbat? Wolfbat for the win. No, he is not. He's gonna play another Fire Nation Engineer. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, put up. Yeah, sure. Will he choose to attack? Probably. Do I think this is worth entering the Avatar state? Or do I save that as a chance to hopefully hit in with enough damage? He is going to spread a lot of +1/+1 counters around. But not 100% sure we care. Jet next turn's going to hit for 3, so we can kill the Death Toucher, but let's see if I block here. He doesn't have that. I block here. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. I don't... Oh, this doesn't buff it. That was actually very, very stupid of me. Yeah, that was extremely stupid of me. I keep thinking it gives it +1/+1. It doesn't. So he will be getting both raid triggers here, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, so we'll be able to kill the pirate peddlers. Oh, no, we won't. Okay, cool. So, in this case, we will be jetting. I think maybe it was smarter to hold up Jet to kill the... I bet it was smarter to hold up Jet to kill the Wolfbat. But nonetheless, we will kill... I don't know, we'll kill the untapped one. I don't think it really matters here, but... And we'll attack in for 4 in the air. And we will see what opponent has. We are not going to be able to buff off of Water Tribe Captain next turn, but we can Water Tribe Captain and Iroh, so there is something there. Iroh also, at the end of the day, is 3 mana 2/2 gets us a food, which like isn't good, but is playable. So, yeah, Wolfbat is not a surprise here, and we definitely take 4. We definitely... Oh, I see what's happening here. He's going to put the +1/+1 counter on Wolfbat. That's interesting. Okay, so now he's got a way to block in the air. That's pretty neat. That's pretty nifty, I won't lie. Okay, so he's going to have to attack. Yeah, okay. So we play out the Earth Kingdom Protectors, because I can go ahead and sack that to give Indestructible to an ally. Then we play this out. Yeah, that doesn't matter right now, does it? No, it doesn't. Then we full swing and see what happens. That's fine. That's also fine. And I will sack this, give Indestructible to the Glider Kids. Put a +1/+1 counter on both of them. And play out a Water Tribe Captain that can buff up both of them next turn. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty solid. Alright, so we've got two different lethal flyers. 2 different lethal flyers. Is a position I'm relatively happy with. Let us see if we can make this work. He chose not to sacrifice anything there. Okay. This does buff. I do not have enough mana to do both, but this is an instant speed, so I think we just attack with our flyers and see what happens. Right, next. We are happy with where this goes. Yeah. Yeah, why use card advantage if you don't have to? Right. Cool. We now have 2 lethal flyers in the air. Opponent does not have double black, so he's not going to cast that one board wipe. For what it's worth. Alright, opponent is playing out his hand here. Southern Air Temple will buff up his creatures. And he passes with his tapped out. We gotta win! We did it, people. The deck will not 0-3. It feels as if the deck should have 2 wins and no losses after that first match. Because they would be getting a frowny face if they asked me after that first match. But we will give them a happy face this time around. Although I'll say this much. Board wipes are really only effective if they're used the way it was used against me. Where it's like, you're backed into a corner, you have nothing else, your opponent has pressed their advantage, and board wipe. So there is some knowledge that maybe I should have like held back on the allies I was playing or something like that. But to be fair, every other board wipe is destroy. So indestructible felt pretty solid, I'm not going to lie, but it is what it is. It is what it is, people. We are seeing a Toph here without either of the colors to cast Toph. But we can play the rest of our hand, and we're pretty happy with that. We are getting to go first, too, which is nice. We do have one of the colors for Toph now, so we will play that out. And who knows when or if we will see a red source, but oh my goodness. Southern Air Temple is brutal. Southern Air Temple is brutal, brutal, brutal. So, opponent. Oh my gosh, and he's in a go wide deck. We are likely going to die. Do I want to land? Yes. Do I want that land? I guess I'll take it just because it's a land. Opponent is in Jeskai and has all 3 of their colors off the start and a Southern Air Temple, which is pretty insane. This is pay 4 and tap it, so it's a 5 mana play. Gonna go ahead and play out the Zhongzhong's Deserters because I can. Putting the +1/+1 counter on the Glider Kids. I am happy, starting to get some damage in the air here, people. Yeah, that is worth giving the protection to. I get some lifelink, and he wasted his Razor Rings. Zhongzhong's a pretty good card. I will happily block here. If he has, like, what could he have for 1 white, right? 1 white. Does he have Yip Yip? I feel like we make him waste Yip Yip. I feel like we make him waste Yip Yip because that would be. Oh, this is very useful if he starts putting a bunch of +1/+1 counters on things. This is very, very useful for that.
Did you hear me?
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Could also be enter the avatar state.
It could be. Point is, that doesn't actually make it do more damage, so it wouldn't kill Zhongzhongs. So that was an easy block if it was enter the avatar state. In turn. What you got for me, Chief? Would really love to draw a red source, I'm not going to lie. Toph would be nice. Opponent is fully passing here. I think we just pass. Oh, well, sometimes ask and thou shalt receive. Is this just all creatures? Airbend all other creatures. So even if they earthbend, you... Oh my gosh. Okay, this actually works against our Toph, though. Because all of our earthbended creatures will just get airbended, which is really annoying. But it is what it is. What you got for me, Chief? Nothing? Do we think he held up a counter spell? I mean, we were ahead on board here. I think we just in turn. Let's see what he's got. He is going to just start buffing everything. Resolve. That's fine. Porcupine. But still not enough to buff everything. Is it enough to do Jongjongs? It is enough to do Jongjongs. This is only 4 damage? Yeah. Pass. Am I okay taking 5 here? This is 4 and tap it, so he doesn't have enough mana to do that again. I think I'm okay taking 5 here. Yeah, pass. This is not the end of the world yet. Is it still considered an attacking creature? Let's find out. Yes, it is. Cool. He did have an enter the avatar state. Okay. All right, so now we're in a really interesting position here. Now we're in a very, very interesting position here. I feel like Toph is just brutal after you do the Avatar Wrath. Did not mean to attack with the Jongjongs. Next. Cool. If he has another protection spell, then he has another protection spell. Kind of is what it is at that point. Yep. I will block the Jongjongs at this point. I guess maybe not if I'm trying to kill. Yip yip. Is strong. So now that's hitting for 6. Oh, man. I think I have to try to just kill this now. Or do I just go to 11? Or go to 9? I think the answer here is go to 9. Oh, man. Okay. I'm going to earthbend here, actually. So here's my logic. I'm going to earthbend. Unless he has the counter. If he has the counter, I'm happy for him to get rid of the counter now. And then I'm going to hit him for way too much this turn. And then Avatar's Wrath. Sounds insane, right? If he has the counter, he has the counter. Okay. Opponent has to play something here. And we have 2 sources of lethal. Because, yeah, we got it, boys. We are 2-1. Really should be 3-0. Oh, bright light, she's blinding me.
I don't want it on, trust me. I just need to sort these lines.
No, you're perfect.
Like 3 boxes.
You're perfectly fine, baby.
When we sort them, the foils go in their own box, the full arts go in their own box, and then the normals go in their own box. I just want 3 stacks. And it's
All right.
foil this way.
2-1. Kind of insane plays right now. That land is so broken. We managed to beat it, but that land is so broken. The Air Temple one, it's 4 mana, tap it, so 5 mana, but still. Put a +1/+1 counter on all creatures you control. Excuse me, on a land.
Yeah.
On a land. Oh, I would have loved to pick one of those up for this deck. We still didn't put in the +2/+0. Should we look to see if we want to? Nah. We'll look after the next game, if we remember, which we probably won't.
At least you're honest with yourself, sweetie.
Well, this is taking forever to find a match.
That's because Thanksgiving.
And?
It does it by region, and in the U.S. right now it's Thanksgiving.
Well, how do I end up with all these people with not U.S. sounding names then, huh?
Because it's running out of people. I legitimately think it tries to match you when you're trying to...
Major. Sus.
Roll sus. Roll sus. Did you play?
No. Unless, you know, after the fact, but...
I highly doubt it. I'm very sure she threw that thing away.
But no. No. Okay, our first play is Avatar Enthusiast, which if they have a play here to the board is bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. We Avatar Enthusiast into Toph, into Jet, into Sun. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Well, we're just gonna. Oh my gosh. That's kind of insane. Oh, was he holding up Quench? No, he might have been holding up Quench or Lightning Strike. Might have been Quench though. Might have been Quench. That seems like a good use of Lightning Strike, I won't lie. Okay, I'm afraid of the held up mana. I'm not even gonna lie. So I do think I'm probably just gonna play a Sun Warriors to board. And if they quench the Sun Warriors, then we still get to play Toph. Right? Like, that seems like a win. If they play something that's got toughness 2, I can kill it with Jet next turn as well, so keep that in mind. This currently has Firebending 1. This is the exact amount of toughness I was looking for, right? Because that is a perfect thing to snipe early with Jet. He's getting rid of a Lightning Strike. He just binned a Lightning Strike. Are we serious here? Is that what we're doing here, people? Let's try it. Damn, he has got response after response after response. All right. Dude has the most interactive, like, green, red, and blue decks. What, Teamer? Most interactive Teamer deck I think I've ever seen. This is crazy. All right, we are on the offensive now. This notably does not count the number of allies you control. It counts the number of creatures you control. So there is that. Non-token artifacts you control are lands in addition to their other types. Bro is lightning striking the Jet while there's only one thing to put a +1/+1 counter on. Wait, he binned a lightning strike. That is 3 lightning strikes.
That's wild.
I would like to point out.
That is literally wild.
And he is lost dazing my Sun Warriors. Wow. Does he have an answer for Toph? If he does, like I said, this is just going to be the most interactive deck I have ever seen. He's holding up more. He is literally holding up more. Dude, I Sokka's haiku. Sure, dude. Sure, dude. I mean, sure, man. He's got a handful of cards. Like, sure, man. I do not want a land next turn. I've got some powerful draws here, but Lord knows, is he just like... Okay, he quit. I was like, is he just interaction and then nothing else? Or what are we doing? Ladies and gentlemen, that is 3-1. Notably, 3 wins. We are always happy with 3 wins. If we can get to the point where we average 3 wins, then this stack of gems right here would take us 10 more drafts to go through. Technically should be 4-0 right now, though. That first game is BS. But you know what? It just says something that the deck decks if we should be 4-0 right now. And maybe that means we won't get our next 2 losses, but we also could get them right here, right now. We don't have another play until turn 4, but we do go first with a 1-drop. Could draw green. Probably won't, though. Don't have another play until turn 4. I still think we keep it. I think we keep it. This could be really bad if we get really, really unlucky on our colors, but... Oh, wow. He had a 1-drop. And we are pulling just plains here, people. Just plains it is. I will not block. Okay, we have pulled both Tophs. Notably, only have plains. So next turn we can play in Hakoda, though. A Hakoda here is a strong turn 4. Not that it actually lets us do anything, but it is still a strong turn 4. Okay, the amount of plains that we are drawing is ridiculous. But 1 forest gets us in a good position. He's going to airbend our Hakoda. Sure, dude. Oh my gosh. So we like the rest of our deck pretty much is all like mono white. No blocks. Do get to play out a Hakoda, which I assume he did not keep up. Yeah, I was gonna say. We will also play out a Kyoshi Battle Fan here. That is insane. We have a plains coming up, people. We will just not play the rest of our deck, apparently. There are only 7 plains in the deck. This is 6 of them. There are only 7 plains in the deck. This is 6 of them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is magic. This is insane. 1 forest and we can start playing Tophs and go crazy, but it is what it is. We won't pull any of our Scryers or anything like that. No, no, no. That would be too easy, my friends. That would be too easy. He's got a Path to Redemption here. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Pass. Will he attack with both? He will. Resolve. To draw an extra card. I am going to go ahead and sack my Hakoda. Yeah, I mean, that still keeps our thing alive, right? So. Alright. Unfortunately, we will not be... I mean, I don't think we can come back from this, right? just because we know we're, like I said, we know we're drawing the planes. So at this point, we are not in a good position here. Obviously, 3 dead cards in hand, but you cannot assume you're going to draw every single planes in your deck and no other lands. So, you take the second loss earlier than you probably should have, but that's how Magic be sometimes. Opponent is just was carving out pretty nicely, had some good plays. He has his own Hakoda, which is wild, dude. We are happy to make him sack that, though. He will attack here with just a Sokka. He is choosing to pass. That is exactly what we want our opponent to do. Okay, Glider Kids, we get to scry, people. We get to scry. We get to say, show me a forest or something good. Avatar's Wrath is honestly a pretty solid play here. We do get to wipe the opponent's board and say, hey, let's just slow this game down. I think we are happy with that on top, honestly. I think we really are. No. Do I want this to be a 3-3? I don't know. I think I like it more spread out. Obviously, opponent is getting maximum value here. Going crazy. That is fine. We are not in a good position, but we are glad that he played that because now that's one less thing he can play next turn. What do you have for 1? Oh, sure. That's fine. So I can equip and still play this? Choose this, yes. All right, we have bought ourselves 1 turn. Maybe. Oh my god, a saber-tooth moose lion was like the perfect play from opponent. Wow. Huh? Yeah, no, this is... So he will just play out everything again next turn, so we just lose this game, people. We still haven't seen a single land that's not a plains. We are 15 cards into the 40-card deck and have not seen a single non-plains land. You can't make it up. You cannot. Pass, pass. It doesn't matter. We literally can't even draw into Toph because we would need a green and a red source. So yeah, we're just actually we're gonna make this video a little shorter and call this one. There is nothing in our deck that saves us here. So it might be one of those that shortens out at a 3-3, even though I think the deck has much more potential than that. 1 loss that I guess is technically on us for keeping what I don't believe was a sketchy hand, but... Apparently it was, because we were going to draw 6 planes before we draw anything else. Wow. Hard to make that one up. Hard to make that one up.
That's when you really can't make it.
And we immediately get given a hand with 2 forests and all white cards. Guys, you cannot make it up. It's been on video how often this happens to me. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? There is literally, I think, only the two. Like, I mean, there's a few more than two, but... I'm so mad right now. I am literally so mad right now. You cannot make this up. You literally cannot make this up. Hey, baby. A mulligan down to 5, we'd probably lose, go 3-3 because Arena fucking hates us. And we just bend this and we get it back because fuck me, apparently. Wait, so, oh, I guess it's 2 copies because the one we put on the bottom would still be on the bottom. So we just happen to pull our other copy. Yeah, opponent curves out, we don't. We probably can't win this, but a 3-3 is pretty good on this board, so at least we may be stabilized. You know, if he has removal here, then, oh my god. Okay, that's insane. That's insane. We have no way to kill... I think we just take this for now, right? I don't think we lose our only creature. Yeah, no attacks, in turn. Yeah, we're not in a good spot. Okay, let's see what opponent has. He's going to continue to gain life and scry. He's scrying to the bottom, so he doesn't like what he sees. We will block here and attempt and enter the avatar state. Cool. We will succeed. Plays his own water tribe captain. We can't find another land. Mind you, these 3 lands were in my starting hand. But it is what it is, people. It is what it is. If we can find a 4th land, this hand actually starts doing something. If we can find a 4th land, this hand actually starts doing something. Is this just a chump block? Or maybe it's a take 6. I'm not actually sure. I'm afraid of a take 6, but it might just be a take 6. I'm taking 6. Shared roots is fine. Not worried about that one. That could be a problem. We did not find a 4th land, people. Okay, so you saw the deck get fucking screwed over in 3 games with only plains, a mulligan down to 5 because it was a hand with forests and white cards, mountains and white cards, and then the first loss we had was to the only fucking card that could have actually killed us. What the fuck? Like, this format feels like such bullshit. I'm genuinely at the point where I almost don't want to play any more of it because it feels like they only match you against bullshit and give you bullshit. How do you get just 2 forests? How do you get just 2 mountains after a game where you only pulled 6 plains?
And how do you only get white cards?
Yeah, exactly.
Both times.
It's not like it was 2 forests and the cabbage merchant or something like that where it's actually playable.
It was all white cards both times.
This is such fucking bullshit. Opponent is on 7 lands. I mean, obviously I mulliganed down to 5, but like still. I kept 3 lands out of 5 and haven't even pulled a 4th one. I don't think there's a win here. Maybe. No, there's not. There is not. I guess... No, I was going to say... Enter the avatar state, because that actually really would, or not enter the avatar state, but whatever the airbend a whole bunch of fucking cards.
Yeah.
This was such a strong and good deck.
It was.
This deserved to get 7 wins. Like, here's the thing. I am still at Platinum Tier 2. I swear to God, we have played 10 drafts, and I am still at Platinum Tier 2. That feels intentional.
Yes.
That feels forced. I'm really close to canning it with Arena because this is the biggest load of bullshit I have seen in a long time. This was ridiculous. How many planes were in the deck? 7. 7 planes were in the deck. We drew 6 of them. How many mountains were in the deck for me to have 2 of those and only white cards? Now, the only white cards part, fine. The only white cards part, fine. Because literally most of my deck is white cards.
Yeah.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards that aren't white. Okay, fine. There's only 2 mountains. There's only 4 mountains. What are the chances that 2 of the 2 lands are mountains?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Best of 1, which is what we're playing, is supposed to have a hand smoother. It is supposed to make your draws more consistent on your opening hand because you're only playing best of 1.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was not it.
Like, maybe there's an argument here for, like, 8 planes, 3 mountains. There's probably an argument for 8 planes, 3 mountains. But, God, you know, like...
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Holy shit, dude. Well, that's the video, guys. I don't know what to tell you. This deck should have gone well past 3. We are happy with 3, I won't lie. We are happy with 3, but this deck should have gone well past 3. This deck should have been in the 5 to 6 range. I want to say 7, but it definitely should have been in the 5 to 6 range. And it got absolutely screwed. Screwed over in the first game. Screwed over in its other 2 losses. Absolutely ridiculous. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Any and all of it is greatly appreciated. We'll see you guys in whatever comes next. But until then, may those rolls be ever in your favor. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye, y'all.